Would you like to be clearer about anything? Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button wherever you're watching or listening so you don't miss any future episodes. Are you ready? Let's get started. You've had this experience. You had an idea. It's a good idea. It's clear in your head. You've thought about it. You are excited to share it with someone else. And then when you start to share it with someone else, with your excitement and the clarity that's in your head, and as you're talking about it, they start asking you questions, and the idea that you thought was so clear becomes Swiss cheese. Like there's all sorts of holes in it. The first question they ask immediately makes you say, well, let me think about that. Or the first question they have about something you don't have an answer for. We've all experienced this. We've also experienced this scenario where someone talks to you about something and goes on and on and on. You hardly get another word in. They talk for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And when they finish, they say, "Thank you for your help." And you say to yourself, "I didn't do anything." Those two stories are proof positive of this important statement. Thoughts are fuzzy. Words bring clarity. Yeah, it's when we take something from our beautiful brains and put it into words, whether that's spoken words, like the two examples that I just shared with you. When we put our thoughts into words, they get clearer. And that's important. But it's not just spoken words, it's also written words. That when we write stuff down, we get clearer. Now, I've done all sorts of exercises with groups in training sessions where I actually have them think about something, and for whatever the purpose might be, and then they write it down, and then they share it, but what they share isn't the same thing that they wrote down. So both spoken words and written words help us. So some of us are more verbal, and so the thinking out loud is maybe more helpful. And others are more tactile, and perhaps the writing it down might be more helpful. But as humans, we are wired such that both are true. Thoughts are fuzzy. Words, whether written or spoken, bring clarity. So let me give you 2 immediate and practical examples of this. If you're wanting to have more effective relationships with other people at work or otherwise, what you can do is make sure you're clearer with them about your expectations and boundaries. Like, just because you are thinking it doesn't mean they know what you're thinking, and the boundaries or expectations that make sense to you or you think everybody knows are not necessarily what they know. So get clear about what you want or need and then share it. And maybe sharing it both in writing and spoken, depending on the situation, could be of great value. So expectations, boundaries, 2 practical examples. Here's another. Anytime, anything that you assume. Like when I assume something about Marissa, who's on the other side of this camera, it doesn't serve either one of us. But if I talk about it, if I share it, not only will my assumption be clearer, but she will know it too, and both of us will win. So those are just a couple of hundreds of examples we could use about how we get clearer by putting words to our thoughts. This applies not just to us personally and interpersonally, but also on our teams. So the examples I just gave are organizational examples of getting greater clarity by giving more people the chance to talk things out, especially in a world when we're working virtually, is especially important. Let me close with today's remarkable reminder. Thoughts are fuzzy, words bring clarity. If you want more clarity, put your thoughts and ideas into words. 3 days a week, I put some of my thoughts and ideas into words, and it's called Your Remarkable Day. And it could show up in your email inbox every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if you subscribe. You'll be informed, you'll be inspired, you might sometimes be amused. It will add to your day, hopefully helping your day become a more remarkable one. You can learn more by going to kevineikenberry.com/newsletters to sign up. Hope you'll do that, and hope you're signed up here so you'll be back next week for another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast.